All right, welcome back, everybody. This is week 14 of weekly coaching. I am Mr. Rip. What's the MMR now, Louis?
12:30.
12:30. Okay, around the same area. So last time we were talking about bringing multiple replays where you rotated for 6, 7, and 8-minute runes. So did you get a couple samples?
I've got a few, but it's mostly like just the 7-minute rune. I did keep forgetting to get the the other ones.
Okay.
Yeah. I still need to get used to it, going to it. It's
Yeah,
really weird.
yeah. It's hard. It's hard. I still have trouble with it too. It'll take a minute to get it, but you'll get there. Okay, so which replay should we start with then?
I got it on the Quap one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got it on the one of the Lion ones.
Okay, so you were Lion with an AM versus Axe and Witch Doctor. So thoughts on this lane already? So first off, how'd the lane go? Do you remember?
It's like 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I think we came out ahead, but it was really weird. I think
I might be looking at the wrong one. Let's see. Maybe the first one you're talking about?
no, I don't know. I think we did okay. Is the Witch Doctor was in the lane?
Yeah.
It was kind of rough for him, but I think it was like the mid. It was it wasn't I don't know, bad considered thingy. But then it was the Necro was in the mid game, it was I don't know.
Okay, well, I would just say, so AM got 19-minute Battle Fury, which is a little late. I mean, obviously lower rank players are not going to farm as well, but looks like you guys did get a little bit stopped in this lane, just because Witch Doctor hit 6 way before you, and then Axe ended up higher net worth. And then at one point, Witch Doctor was higher net worth than AM, so this looks like it's actually a hard lane. But let's have a look. Are you still doing that thing after the game where you go back and check the stats and all that stuff?
Sometimes.
Okay.
I look at mainly just how I did it by 10 minutes, and then what items what the timings I got them at.
Okay, for sure. Alrighty. Cool.
In fact, I think this was the one where I actually lost the ring, because I think I go to it and Witch Doctor's there before me.
Gotcha.
On this one.
So this one you didn't start with any tangos.
Nah, yeah, because I think last time you said that I got more regen.
Mm-hmm.
Too much regen. So
yeah,
it was
yeah. I was hinting more at cutting out the ring of regen than the tangos.
Oh.
Okay, we're still dying on bounty runes. Got to cut that out. That's very, very big, by the way. I know we talked about that before. That's really important. We don't do that.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay, so you're against Enigma?
Oh yeah, it's Enigma Axe, this one.
Okay, gotcha.
I think Witch Doctor's mid.
That would explain why he's so far ahead. Okay. They must have swapped roles then. Gotcha. So then let's adjust this. Yeah, it looks a lot better now. Okay, for sure. Okay, so against an Axe, I would start with Tankos anyway, because he's going to put Battle Hunger on you. You're going to want that.
Okay.
If you thought you were against Witch Doctor, then burst healing is important. So Fairy Fires and Magic Stick is very important to counteract Maledict.
It's really weird. In my head, I thought Axe was gonna go some sort of carry, PA was gonna go mid, Enigma was gonna go off lane, and Rubik and Witch was support.
Oh, because you're reading the Enigma being a core.
Yeah, that's what I originally thought. It was gonna be Enigma off lane with the Witch Doctor or Rubik.
I see.
And then PA was gonna be somewhat mid or Axe mid, some cheese strat. And then there's more PA mid. And then Axe was gonna go this carry just some guy who could just bully his off lane, if that makes sense.
Sure. Okay. I would assume it's if I had to read this, I would assume it's Axe 3 and PA1, and then one of these guys is mid, and probably not Enigma. I would actually assume it might be like a Rubik mid. Just because like Rubik can scale pretty well with items if he's good, but maybe at your rank, you know, who the hell knows. You can see why you need the regen though. I'm sure you can tell. Stuff. If I knew exactly that this is what I was laning against, I would definitely want, like, I would actually start with 2 tangos here, some for me and also some for the anti-mage. I wouldn't bother with the windlace, and I would get a lot more stats because the higher your right click damage, the easier it is to get rid of battle hunger, and you're also going to need to clear these eidolons, so you'll just be clicking constantly, ideally, in a lane like this. So this would be all stats and regen, basically. Good deny there, though. Let's see. And then are you looking around while you're dead? A little bit. Because you see, like, AM's kind of having a little bit of trouble, too, so extra tangos for him helps, for sure.
Trying to do that thing where you said just like click them more.
Yeah, I can see it. It's good. It's much better. Yeah, a lot better. Something else that's kind of important. You need to be careful about buying all the observer wards here, because your other lanes need them, right? So, you know, Dragon Knight might need one. They might need one top. And then if you are going to buy them, sometimes it's okay to sit on a ward, but typically, like, it's better to, like, get it out at least. Like, even if you just placed it, like, right here on this tree, try not to sit on them during the lane phase too much. And you really shouldn't need more than one observer ward for your lane. Like, I think buying one for your lane early is fine, and then around 5 minutes, like when it expires, you can pick up a replacement. But you gotta be careful about stacking them all like this, because this means other people can't use them. Okay, we didn't get the 7-minute rune this one.
Yeah.
Was it this one you were thinking of?
No, it was the other one. I said I thought it was after I realised it was the other one.
Okay, alright, let's look at the other one then.
I know I definitely go for it on the Quaff one.
Okay. So that was this game. Let's look at this game. So this one is Lion, Drow versus Slardar and Witch Doctor. Probably. We can look at our graph real quick, see how it looked. That should be an easy lane for you. Looks like Slardar's ahead. Okay. It's gonna be tough, honestly, because like it's in some ways, no matter how you play it, it's still gonna be really dependent on how good your carry is. And there's gonna be a lot of variability in skill levels, people at this rank, because there's gonna be people like experimenting with new heroes and they have no idea how it works, or someone else like just spams the same hero over and over again. So
I think this game was like pretty. It was okay for us, this one.
Okay.
I think I went for the rune and Bounty already got it. But yeah, on this one.
Okay.
But, like we went like around like in the like as like I went with the Himba, and like we just went like ganking really early. Like after like he came to like the lane once, I just like kind of followed him.
What was up with your camera over here for this long? I have it on your camera view. You're like way out here.
Yeah, I think I tapped like my game was like freezing a bit at the start. And I like tapped somewhere.
Okay.
And it just wouldn't like move.
Gotcha. All right. So yeah, don't do this. This is, you need to have at least one set of tangos. It's lanes where you know that they can't harass you at all, then you want to like you can skimp on regen, but you probably
Okay.
always need at least one set of tangos. I would just do that as a default.
Okay.
And when this comes up to the minute here, you have your sentry, right? Do you think you
Yeah,
want to block this?
I wasn't sure, but then so I didn't end up blocking it. I just left it because I was like, oh.
Okay.
I think I thought like I can pull the big one onto the AWAC side. On the Dota side is easier, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think you can make use of it. Yeah.
I ended up leaving it, but then I think I get one of his wards and he gets one of mine after.
Okay, so this would be the thing then. So if you know you want to leave this open because you think that you can use it and you have the sentry, then what I would do is I would pre-sentry my own small camp to make sure that they haven't blocked it. Otherwise, I would opt for blocking this most of the time.
I knew the Witch Doctor never blocked ours, so I clicked on him.
Okay.
I think.
For sure. Well, that's good then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see kind of like how long it takes you to regen with just this item, right? I appreciate that you were trying it, though. You were trying something new. I guess I wasn't clear the last time we were talking. See, and then actually, here, it's kind of backwards, because like once the wave's in this position, you actually want the hard camp to spawn, so you don't want to block it here.
Oh. Okay.
Because you're the one that's going to be using it, right? You're the one that's going to be able to reset their equilibrium because you don't want to be out this far.
I just thought, and then I thought I was going to it then because they pushed us out. I was like, oh, I probably don't get this off then, if that makes sense.
Oh, you mean like when you tried to pull like the Witch Doctor attacked you kind of thing?
Yeah, it's like he pulled it and the creep's gone, so I was like, oh, I won't be able to keep this this from being our cam, if that makes sense. I won't get the pulls normally. Originally, because I was like, oh, I originally thought I would be able to, but then I was like, oh, let me just stop it,
Gotcha. Yeah, I would say, and yeah, in this instance, if your lane is pushing like this, then you actually want it, so you can use it. But this is kind of why, because you don't want the lane to be out here. You guys get a little bit run down, right?
Yeah.
But here's another thing too, just because I said oh, don't start with regen, you need to be willing to send yourself regen. So there's nothing wrong with using the courier to send a salve and tangos and stuff like that for yourself.
Okay.
Because you have to play so safe because you're constantly low health all the time. I think that's the primary thing we need to work on is we need to work on managing our health. And that goes for bounty ruin fights, drawing too much creep aggro, taking too much harass, not buying enough regen, not using the regen when we have it, all that stuff. And I know you're saving for your tranquil boots here, but the thing is actually just died to a creep because because you're doing that. Look. That's we don't want that, you know? we don't want that. So you need to be prioritizing keeping your health up a lot more. It's fine to use your health as a resource. It's fine for it to go low, but you need to not let it go so low all the time. This is also do you understand how Maledict works, by the way? That's why I was saying burst healing is important.
It's just 40% of my HP or something like that.
Yeah, so let's read through it, because this is why I was saying stick and fairy fire and all that stuff is important. So curses all enemy heroes in a small area, causing them to take a set amount of damage each second, as well as bursts of damage every 4 seconds based on how much health they have lost since the curse began. So, clear as mud. So it does this damage, this 12, 18, 24, 30. It does that every second. And then every 4 seconds, it compares what your current health is to what your health was when he cast Curse or Maledict on you. Okay? So that's why, like, he can hit you with Maledict and you can, like, let it tick once, and then you can Fairy Fire, and you can actually get these, like, every 4 seconds. These ticks can actually be 0. Like, if you end up with, if you heal for a bunch, let's say you, like, mech or something, right? And you heal and you get back to more health than you had when he cast Maledict on you, these 4-second ticks actually do no damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 100% just a ratio thing. And so if I know I'm laning against Witch Doctor, I prioritize definitely Tangos, but also Magic Stick and Fairy Fires. Maybe even 2 Fairy Fires. Just so, like, I really don't have to worry about Maledict anymore. It's like the number one counter to Witch Doctor is just, like, healing. You know, like in the lane, I mean. It's just healing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so keep that in mind next time you see him. Okay, good stack. Remember, the goal of this week was to think about runes, right? So that's what we're looking for.
Yeah. I kind of focused too much on the hitty thing, and then, like, the not getting the tango thing. Like, I was like, oh.
What do you mean?
I did, like, I know, I was like, in my head, is like, because I was trying not to over regen, and then
okay.
like, and then I was like, I tried to go for, like, the 7-minute one, like, on, I think I tried like they get it, like, or something like that, or like the one of the other ones.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And then,
well, sorry that you misunderstood the regen thing. So it's like, it's understandable.
My bad. I just thought, like, it was, like, not to go for, like the things only get, like, 1, so I don't, like, get too much of it.
It's actually, it's not just, like, how much regen you're allowed to buy. It's literally the starting items. So I just did another coaching session with someone else, right? And what I talked about with him, he started with 2 sets of Tangos, a Salve, a Mango, and 2 Clarities. And so what I was trying to explain is, like, you can't physically use all of this regen in the time that it would take your courier to get to you. So, like, you just don't need it. So, and a build I recommended for him was going, like, if you don't know what you're laning against and you're not sure, like, what a good starting build is, you go Magic Stick, Fairy Fire, Blood Grenade, Tangos, and 2 branches. And you still have money left over for a sentry if you do that.
Yeah.
That's, like, a really nice catch-all build you can do, which gives you a little bit of burst healing. It gives you some offensive power. Blood Grenade, you got a little bit of health. You get some right-click damage. You have Tangos for harass. Like, it's just all good, right? Sometimes you don't need a stick, you know, or sometimes you really need movement speed, or sometimes you're going to need a lot of mana. And you can adjust from there. There is no 100% correct starting build. But the point is that, like, you know, people at lower ranks tend to buy too much regen as their starting items, and they can't physically use it all, so it's wasted money. It would have been better to buy stats, or work towards their next item. So in your case, you know, like getting a Windlace or something, right?
Yeah.
And then if you need it, you could send it. You can always send it, right? So that's the thing to keep in mind. Okay, so we didn't get the Wisdom Rune in this one either. Let's jump to the Quap one. level? Because you know you said you got it in this one for sure, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are Quap position 4 with an Ursa off lane versus a Viper 5 and a Faceless Void 1. Your games are very strange. Though I did have an Ursa off lane in my game the other day, and it was weird.
I think it ended up being like Void someone else.
Okay, they've swapped again. Interesting. Yeah, so like in this one, you know, there's 3 melee heroes. Like I think this is a reasonable build. Like you can go, like the Sage's Mask is greedy if you want to put it like that. But sometimes that's okay because you don't think you need that much regen immediately, right?
Yeah.
So I think this is fine. And here's another thing. So when you go to invade these runes, which by the way, this counts as invading the rune, running down here. You probably should ward this right away when you get here to make sure there's not 5 heroes sitting right here. Because remember back to that one we were talking about with the lion one where...
Yeah, don't attack.
You got here too late and the guy saw you on a ward, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right, so that's still applicable. So whenever you basically move into fog, like if it's closer to their side of the map than it is to yours, like the likelihood is that they're already there. Unless you know you have higher movement speed. So you're in a dangerous area right now. Like even though there's nobody immediately near you, like you have to realize they could all be sitting right here, you know?
Yeah.
And then they just kill you.
I was thinking, could I be like Ursa? I'd like be okay-ish. And then, cause like I think Sniper said he was like coming in from the side.
Sure.
I was like, oh, I should be.
Yeah,
fine.
That's fine, but you have to realize that Ursa doesn't really do too much in level 1 fights, and this guy took Fury swipes, and also Sniper's over here. So it goes back again to the way we think something should work, or the way we think it's going to work, and then we have to pay attention to like what's actually happening. So this is why like I harp on the information gathering so much, because if you don't have the information, the only way you're going to make a good play is on accident, right?
Yeah.
It needs to be informed. It's very important. You know, I can click on this right now and I can be like, okay, I have an Ursa offlane with Falling Blade Tango. I don't want to fight with an Ursa because that's all of his regen. He has nothing else, right? He's not really geared to level 1 fight right now, even without looking at his spells. My Willow is over here, my Sniper is over here, and my Sven is AFK. So like, we're not doing shit right now because 3 of our heroes can't get there, and the 1 hero that can didn't build to do it, and also he's an Ursa, which is like scary, but not that good on the rune fight, right? He's good 1v1. So all of this would tell me that I'm not running here. At the most, I'm gonna run down here and get a sneaky ward down, right? That's it. Maybe I can risk it and try and sentry their camp as well, but that's like, the further in you go, the more the risk factor is going up.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, Sniper did rotate. Amazing.
He pinged for it to go like at the start. I just think it was like it's slow.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so this would be an instance, right? So remember I was talking about like spending that gold. You're sitting on 700 gold. You don't have enough mana for your spell. So like spend this gold. Send yourself mangoes. Send yourself like what I would want to see in this matchup here is I'd want to look at him and I'd look at him and I'd look at him. I'd be like, okay, I'm out of mana. I'd probably finish the Sage's Mask and I would, or I'd get the Ring of Basilius and I would send a Magic Stick and maybe a Mango as well. Whatever I could afford there. That would be ideal. Because then you're spending this gold, you're getting value out of it, right? And then you don't have to sit around at no mana. What's up, Rudy? How's it going? We're up to 900 gold now. I'm not the best about using my courier either, but it is important. It's an important skill. There you go. Now you're spending it. And you don't need the full wand because they don't cast that many spells. Just the stick is fine. Oh, you're going Falcon Blade. Interesting. Do you normally go Falcon Blade on Quap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it? Should I change that?
I think Falcon Blade is a little bit of a carry item. I mean, I wouldn't recommend a lot of people play Quap position 4 anyway, but I feel like your best item on her is Arcane Boots, just because her super heavy mana costs, like Arcane Boots are really important. So I thought you were going to go for bringing Basilius into Arcane Boots here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with a Falcon Blade. It's not bad, but I just thought you'd be going for that. Here's another thing too. So we've thrown our dagger maybe like 4 times now, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's always going on Witch Doctor. So I've talked about this before with you, right? But
like the carry.
Yes, but more importantly, whoever you think you can kill. So if you're setting up to eventually kill this Witch Doctor, that's great.
Yeah, I thought we could kill because the Void can just do the back time thing. I was like, I'd rather focus it on him, because then if he's gone, Ursa beats the Void in the early 1v1, if that makes sense. And then because like Ursa's nuke can like points like tick damage ish.
Yeah.
Like Ursa will do the swipes on him and he'll just jump back. If that makes sense.
Yes and no.
Like,
so this is, I see what you're saying. Like you felt like Ursa would win the 1v1, but
yeah.
So Void is weird in that Void can reset the damage, right? So he kind of can trade a lot more than other carries can because of that. So I like the idea of harassing the Witch Doctor away to create this 1v1 where you get the Fury Swipes. But here's the thing. The Fury Swipes stay on the hero even after he does Time Walk. And then also your Shadow Strike stays on Void after he does the Time Walk. So the biggest issue, the best damage type to hit a Void with is dots. Because Time Walk doesn't really help very much. Like he gets rid of a couple ticks, but then the dot's still on him and he's still taking damage, right? So this would be one where I do think you could be spending your Shadow Strikes on the Void. And like just because he has this ability to reset damage, if you look at the cooldown on it, like 24 seconds, 18 seconds, like he doesn't get to do it that much. So if you think like, okay, I'm gonna hit him a lot and get him down low and then he's gonna Time Walk, he doesn't have that. Like level 1, he doesn't have that for like 24 seconds. So how much damage can I do in 24 seconds, right? Especially with a dot. So I like that you had the thinking on it. It's just like you could be spending this on the Void instead. Also, another reason to not really bother so much with harassing a Witch Doctor is that look at the metric shit ton of regen that Witch Doctor has, right? So he's just gonna undo it basically. It's better to put it on the guy. It's almost always better to harass the core. Unless you're specifically setting up to kill the support. I like your courier snipe ward though, very good. Nice. I would have just TP'd out right there. But it looks like you're good. Okay, so now we go for the Wisdom Rune. Right? Nope. Nope.
I do think I go for it after.
Okay. Remember before what I was saying is like you need to get there ahead of time. So
Okay.
That means you're literally standing here at 6:59 before it spawns, and you click it when it spawns. Like, that's the goal. Because in this time, you have a full minute. Anybody could have walked over here and taken it, right? So that's why I'm trying to get you to go there ahead of time.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. Alrighty. Can you think, was there another replay where you tried to get there on time? Or ahead of time?
There was one of them where I did get there like on the minute mark, but I don't know which one it was. I think I'll quickly check.
Okay. Ooh.
It's just hard going for the like. I do not like have it. It's just like hard to remember to go for them.
Yeah, I know. It's not easy to learn all this stuff, but it, like, if you can learn it, it will make like a significant difference. Because it's like you literally are going to end up with more XP. You will be stronger, you know. It's going to help you win more games. You got it eventually. Yeah. Like here's let me put it this way. And this is not to be rude, but like, if I was the witch doctor here, I would have already stolen this 2 minutes ago and put a ward here and gotten back. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I know it's like low rank, like it's guardian and all that stuff, but the higher and higher in ranks you go, the less the runes just sit there with no one grabbing them. Like, they are an objective. Like, every rune, maybe except for maybe bounty runes, like late game, every single rune is an objective that both teams are trying to get. Okay. Like, they prioritize runes almost as much as like towers. Like, it's a big deal. They really, a lot of the balance of the early game is based around who gets the runes. It's kind of the one X factor Valve has put in to make it so like not every game plays out the exact same way. It's the runes. Who gets the runes? That's who wins. So yeah, really need to make an effort to go there. Because what I wanted was like to have like a bunch of replays where it's like you tried for it a bunch of different times and then a bunch of different things happened, and then we'd be able to look at it and be like, okay, so this is the way you could like make it better, like if you did a pull first or something like that. Go ahead.
I tried to gank in the anti-mage game. I mean the hoodwinked one. It was like the anti-mage was like mid and he ended up dying.
In a different game or what?
Yeah, so like it was like we had like originally it was Brood with the skull mid, but then he swapped with like anti-mage, and then it was like I went to go gank that one, but then it was like anti-mage, and so he just died, if that makes sense.
The guy you're trying to gank for just died.
Yeah. It was like it was like it was like it was like I went to like try help him, but it was like because I don't know, like anti-mage versus mid.
Yeah.
Isn't like the best, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it like didn't work out. Okay. Alright, well, let's watch a few more minutes, see if there's anything else. Unlucky hook. Now you're just getting camped by Pudge down here. Yeah, and the other thing is, like, I recognize that you're in weird scenarios where you like, you have Ursa off lane and it's junk like this. But you just got to keep in mind, like, the fundamentals, right? The fundamentals are like regen, pulling, last hits, denies, trying to play with teammates, making sure you're warding effectively, making sure you're going for runes, all this stuff. That's going to be relevant no matter what situation you're in, right? So, all right, let's take some notes here. So here's what we'll say, okay? So for for the future.
Pan goes over the ring.
What's that?
Pan goes over like ring.
Wait, what's over what?
Like the tangos, like.
Oh, yes. I thought you said Pango,
Over-
like Pangolier. Yeah. So, Tango's 99% necessary. You are almost always going to need Tangos. So, let's just always bring them, okay? It's basically like a Sentry and Tangos every lane if you're playing support.
Okay.
So, alright. You can do this build on basically any support, and it's going to be most of the time good, right? Like, you need to adjust it for certain games. Some games you need more mana, some games you need movement speed, sometimes the stick is bad. But if you start with this...
read it out, because it's like a bit small.
Sure. Okay, sorry. So, Magic Stick, Blood Grenade, Fairy Fire, 1 set of Tangos, 2 branches, and a Sentry. You just do that as a support. Start from there, and then adjust it. That'll be good. Yeah. Because you're every aspect is kind of covered by this. You know, like you're a little bit tankier, you have more offense, you have more right-click damage, you have enough regen, you even have mana regen in there, right? This is good. So just start from here. And then you tweak it as necessary. So, you know, for instance, if you were against, say, a Pudge, you can cut the Magic Stick and, like, the branch for the Windlace. Because it's like, well, Pudge doesn't cast that many spells. Stick stucks, right? I need move speed. As an example of, like, how you can switch it out, right? Or if you feel like, I don't know, you have, like, literally 0 kill potential with the carry, you can, like, replace the Blood Grenade with another branch, or probably another Sentry in this case, or even like a Clarity if you feel like you're going to be pulling a lot, you know, something like that. This is a good starting point. So, okay, take away 2. Spend your gold faster. get that gold out, get the value out of it, right? It doesn't matter how much gold is sitting in your bank. If it's not on your hero, it's not doing anything.
I think I always think if I'm gonna get my item, because I feel like the query is gonna take a long while. I always I'll wait till I get like an item and then I send it normally.
It takes, I mean, you can test it, but the courier takes like 30 seconds or something like that. Like really not that long. Let's just go ahead and test it, just so we have the exact number. We don't want demo hero. We want do that demo terrain thing. I know you can do that. I've seen people do it.
I think the hero, like you like demo the hero.
No, but that always sticks you in that little 1v1 area.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's no good. Demo terrain, here it is. This will just put us in like a little not bot lobby. Okay. Courier's usually going to be sitting here, right? So we'll send it at 10 seconds. Go! Go into the tower. We'll see how long it takes. And then while we're looking at that, let's put the camera right here so we can see see when it arrives.
Okay.
Alright. Spend your gold faster. Okay, take away 3. Waiting. Okay, it wasn't 30 seconds. It was 50 seconds. It takes 50 seconds for this to run down the safe lane. So probably, I would guess maybe 40 seconds to get to mid tower. Probably about the same time to get to the off lane tower, simply because this distance is a little bit, I think this distance is a little bit longer. So yeah, takes 50 seconds. So you can send it out not once a minute, you know, because it's got to go back again.
Yeah.
So it takes 100 seconds to go there and come back again. So you can set it out like several times during the lane phase. It doesn't take that long. And obviously once you level up and it gets to a flying courier, then it's even faster, right? Okay. So stop invading runes without your whole team. So this went back to, we talked about this before, but
attack runes.
yeah, don't risk your health before the lane starts. And this is like, I'm not saying you're not supposed to fight for runes ever. It's just I want you to be starting your lane at 100% health so that you can then figure out more about the lane phase. Because if you're starting down on health or dead all the time, like, then your game is always like tainted by that. You know, they're always up on net worth or you're down on net worth or whatever, right?
Okay.
Once you've done that a lot and you get more comfortable, then you can go back to attacking the runes. But like, I would just do this for a while.
Okay.
4. Get 2 runes or they spawn. So the earlier the better, but within reason, right? You don't want to be sitting there waiting for 30 seconds for a rune to spawn if you don't have to, but you always want to be getting there before they spawn.
Okay.
Because then if you, let's say you get there first and then you see, you know, the enemy support walking up, you can like throw a stun at him before he even gets there and then you can grab it from him, right? You always have the advantage. It doesn't matter like what you're doing in the game. If you get to an area first, you have the advantage. Whether that's a rune fight or a tower push or whatever, whoever gets there first has the advantage. And that's mainly to do with vision, but it's just a good rule of thumb. So, we're gonna repeat the homework from last time because I think it's not even that the runes are going to be that impactful in your games. It's more like I want to like reshape your brain to be thinking about shit ahead of time, right?
Yeah, it's just getting rid of like bad habits.
Well, it's not we're not getting rid of a bad habit. We're trying to form a new habit. And so like eventually what you're going to learn from doing this is you're going to learn a lot more about like the status of the cores. So like, you know, if you go to leave your carry to go get the rune and he dies, you'd be like, okay, did he die because he's bad? Did he die because I didn't unblock the camp first? Because he didn't have enough regen? Because, you know, like a hero was missing, or I didn't give him vision before I left, or maybe, you know, I didn't have my TP ready to come back to help him, like whatever. There's all these things you can learn from it. And then also, in order to do it properly, in order to rotate for runes properly, you have to do the prep work well ahead of time. So that, you know, for instance, if you're going to go for the 6-minute rune, it would be like, okay, before I leave, I'm going to make sure that I sentry my small camp to make sure that it spawns, so that when I'm walking away, he can use the camp, right? Or I'm going to make sure that I like give him a tango first before I leave. Or I'm gonna check the mid first and see like, does he need a bottle refill? You know, because then maybe at around 5 minutes, like I die or something, I can check my mid, see that his bottle is empty, and be like, okay, I can plan to just TP mid and refill the bottle and then go help him with the rune. So, you know, something like that, right? You have to gather the information and then do things with the information to prepare for like the next thing. So it is not easy. This is literally like the same shit that I'm working on right now, but the earlier you can get this down, the better. Because like, other than that, you know, it's like, oh, click better. Do you know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
Like, I can't coach someone on how to like click better. You know, they have to kind of learn that for themselves, unless we're going to do like drills and stuff like this. But it's this like strategy element that is like fundamental to playing supports. Like, everybody needs to like learn this skill. And if you can get it down, it'll carry you like a really long way. Like, even if you can't click for shit, like me, I can't click on anything, save my life. But like, like I can play with good players because I'm thinking about this stuff all the time and I'm planning ahead of time.
It's weird. I have okay APM, but then I just have really bad like APM input, like on what I do, like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like the accuracy of what you're doing, like you're not like misclicking and crap like that, right? Yeah, that just takes like a billion hours of practice. There's not There's not really a way to like help someone get better at that, right?
I have so many hours on Toaster.
Right?
Like I still can't do it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, are you doing do you do last hit trainer?
I used to do this thing like ages ago, like it was like you go Shadow Fiend,
Uh-huh.
and then you just like see how many creeps you could hit in the in 10 minutes.
Okay. I mean, start doing that again. Like if you feel like your micro is like not where you want it to be, then just start doing that. Like not even kidding. Literally every day I do last hit trainer. Every day that I'm playing Dota. And sometimes I do it multiple times.
It's really weird because like I'll learn the hit like like when I play Ursa I can probably get like every last hit like perfect lane, like it's really weird.
Uh-huh.
If I played like Slark, like I've played them like so much, like I remembered like their hero thing and like how to do it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like if I go on a hero what's not them, it's like very weird, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Right. Oh, Rudy just pointed something out. It's 40 seconds for silence since I think you... Yeah, I'm a dumbass. I started the timer at 10 seconds, so it's not 50 seconds, it's 40 seconds. Right. Because it got there at 50 seconds. Thank you, Rudy. My bad, everybody. I'm a moron. But yeah, no, you get used to the animations and all that stuff. So that's like something I do it a lot if I'm learning a new hero. Like, for instance, I'm learning Disruptor right now. Like, I use this all the time to like help. And I even like tweak it a little bit. I try and like do max range last hits, and I always just try to aim for a score of like 2500. I'm trying to get like gold rating on it, you know, which requires that you get like multiple last hits in a row. You have to get most of the denies. Like, it's really, really good practice just for getting your click accuracy down and your timing down, regardless of the hero. Even if it's a hero you already know how to play. Go ahead.
Like it's like if I so like it's if I like it's really weird. Like so like say I have like enchantress or something like that. I'll know how much damage I need to do by like the items I have on it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, but then like if I don't have like those items, like it's like or like I know how much like to do on like this that damn like it's really weird. Like it's like I haven't like so like when I get like is it a mage robe on it? Like that's what I normally get. When I get like a mage robe,
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, I know how much to do when here. Or like if I get like a dragon lance, I'm like, oh, I know when to do it then. But if I don't have like certain like items, it's like, oh, I'm off now. Like if that makes sense. Like it's really like.
Yeah, I mean that's just like maybe you're very much relying on like the muscle memory of it. I mean that's just coming down to like adaptability. Like,
Okay.
There's not. I guess like the best way to deal with that would be to like go into like demoing the hero and just throw different items on and practice last hitting with them. Just so you're practicing last hitting at different damage levels. But even then, I mean, like, your damage goes up with each level. The health of the creeps starts going up as well. There can be other, like, things that are playing an effect. Maybe somebody has an aura or some crap. But what you can always do is just click the creep and see how much damage you're doing, right? Like, okay, it does about that much of the bar. I can see that. You know, and if I level up a million times... Now it does that much of the bar, so I can just see, yeah, I need that much of the bar, right? Like, it's sort of, yeah, I'm crap at it, I didn't even do it right. But I know it's like, okay, when he's like half health, I can get it, because I know I have this much damage, right?
I think I need to get, it's like, it's, so I'll see some of the damage, but you know, like the animations of them?
Yeah.
Like I think it's like, unless I've like, it's like certain like ones, it's really hard to like get the animation of them down for me.
Yeah, it's just practice.
I think
it's literally just practice. Like there's no trick to that. You have to just go in and like do last hit trainer, do demos, do fucking bot games, whatever the hell. Like you just have to practice it.
Okay.
And this is also why people say like spamming heroes is important, because if you're playing a different hero almost every game, you're constantly having to adjust to that. Like Quap has different animations than Centaur, different than CK, which is different than Hoodwink, different than Windrunner, Lion, Venge. Like that's a lot of different heroes to be playing.
Yeah, I try normally to play like Hoodwinked, Lion, like or Enchantress, but then the at our level, like a lot of them get banned a lot. Like at the times where like Lion's always like banned,
Yeah.
Hoodwink's always like banned, and then like the games when I go like off lane, I try to play like Centaur, Axe, or Slardar, but then
Yeah.
like those three were in, so I just went like
What do you
DK the other time.
when you do your role queues? What do you normally have selected?
I like either go like normally like 3 or 4, but then if not, I just get like all 5 and like I'll end up hard support.
Oh, okay. So if you pick 5 and 4, you don't have to worry about role queue games anymore. Like you can just queue forever like that. You won't spend any role queue games and you won't earn any role queue games. So you can just like, if you want to be like a support player, you can just queue that forever, and you can kind of guarantee that you're always going to be getting to do that. And then if you play with friends, you can just have one friend that picks all the core roles, and then you pick all the support roles, and then you get to earn role queue games like that.
Yeah, I think I do play one. Like he normally only plays like mid or he only does like mid or carry.
Yeah.
But then like he's
just because like switching all the time is going to be really hard to build consistency. So if you think you have trouble with consistency, like
yeah,
this is too much variability, like between lanes, roles, heroes, you know, all this stuff is like changing all the time, right?
Ideally, I would just like to play like the pos 4 lane, like that lane.
You just want to play 4 all the time? Yeah.
Yeah, or like or whatever's like 4, so I can just do like 4. Like like I'm okay. Like I wouldn't say I think like 5's like my worst role like in Dota.
Okay.
Like so it's like, but like I know I need to learn it like better, if that makes sense.
Well, if you can play 4 well, a lot of that shit should translate well to playing 5 as well. Like keeping, you know, the harass in mind and keeping the camps in mind and all that stuff. Like it shouldn't be.
I think it's just 'cause, like I've played so much of like that. Do you know like the off lane?
Yes.
Like it's like I've played that way more than I've played like the safe lane. Like the way I like view Dota is just so warped, if that makes sense.
Very habit-based, yeah. Well, I mean, I can't say anything because I have a garbage win rate on Dire and a really good win rate on Radiant. And that probably, like, I know the map's not balanced, like, that's actually kind of natural, but I think it literally has to do with I'm clicking to the left instead of clicking to the right. It, like, fucks me up. But whatever, like, we have to get over all this stuff, right? We have to break all these, like, bad habits and start building good ones. So, yeah, let's go over this real quick. So remember the item build thing. So we always need tangos. You can do this build, the magic stick, blood grenade, fairy fire, tango, 2 branches, sentry. I'll send you these notes as well, right? Try not to sit on a lot of gold, like ever.
Okay.
Unless it's like buyback situation. Try and spend
how much should I have before like I spend it? Like
I mean, there's no number. It's just like, do you have enough to buy the next item, right? Like, I mean, you can try and be a little bit efficient with it and like maybe wait to send out a couple smaller items and stuff like that. But like, there's no reason you don't need to wait for a specific number. Just like, you know, if you can buy that Basilius recipe, send it, right? And then maybe think about, like, let's say you're sitting on, I don't know, like 400 gold or something, right? Like you can buy your Bazzi recipe, I think is 250. It's 250, right? So if you're sitting on like 400 gold, you can send your Bazzi recipe, like let's say on the Quap, and also I'm gonna send myself another sentry, and then I got 100 gold left over, so maybe I don't know, I'll send an extra set of tangos or something like that, or I'll send myself a smoke, you know, like I'll try and spend it all, try and get that value going.
Yeah, I think it's just I have like bad itemization. Like I have bad small itemization because it's like in my head, like you said, get back like the mana boots.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have thought to like get that. I was just like, oh, I'll get like the Falcon Blade. Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's just because it's like just because I saw the Sage's Mask, I assumed you'd go for the Ring of Bazi and then go into Arcane Boots because I'm thinking like Quap has pretty freaking high mana costs, right? Like
yeah.
this is 120 mana, this is 155 mana. She's going to be blinking around constantly, and then her ult goes up to 550 mana. Like she has mana issues, right? So,
I used to get oh, what's the vessel
yeah.
and the Falcon. And like wand, and I used to like just try sustain off of that.
Yeah,
It was like until
it's not quite enough for this hero. Like the minor, like that's gonna work if you're really disciplined with how you're spending your mana, because those items don't offer a lot. I mean, Basilius is like 1.5 per second. Urn of Shadows is 1.4 per second. Like that's good. It's better than not having mana regen, but it's not quite the same as like having a dedicated mana regen item.
okay.
Like boots giving you 175 all the time, and the fucking regen aura, and then on top of that you probably still need to be buying like clarities and mangoes, and maybe buying like raindrops as well. Like I buy a shit ton of consumables when I'm playing as a support. I buy a lot of small items,
Okay.
just because I'm playing heroes that have heavy mana costs and I gotta constantly spend my mana, right? So it's a big thing. Like using the courier is a big thing. So, so we'll say don't be afraid to use courier. Send small items, consumables, often. Yeah, like my courier is flying around constantly, all throughout the game. It is constantly flying around. Yeah, got the stop invading runes thing. Get to runes before they spawn. So, can you focus on these two things for the next week?
The starting items and the ruins.
The rune rotations. Well, I mean, as much as you can focus on, you should focus on. But like specifically, like I want to see like the rune rotation, and like maybe spamming heroes, right? Yeah. I mean, if you want to put this like basic build in here as well, it's up to you. Really, all of these things are things you can work on, but it's just like I don't want to have you working on like 6 different things at a time, because then it's hard to remember it, right?
Okay.
So it's whatever, but just this main one here, and then trying to spam heroes as well. Also, do lots of last hit practice before your games. You know, like while you're queuing, you can sit there and jump into last hit trainer like every day before you play. You can do it.
Do you ever find it like different between like denying and like last hitting? I find that a big thing as well.
Like you find it difficult to do? I find deny is easier to land, honestly, for some stupid reason.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I can deny way better than I can last hit.
Yeah, I think it's just a brain thing. Like, do you have this oh god damn it, what is it?
What's attack?
Right click allies to deny. Do you have this turned on?
Nah.
Try this.
Nah.
Try this out. This is huge. Because then you don't have to left click to deny. You can just right click it.
I think like but like it sounds weird, but the deny click like makes me get the like denies easier.
Sure. And I still do that sometimes. I still fucking click the last hit sometimes. Like I mix it up. I do both of them. But turn this on, and this will help a lot.
Okay.
With both, because then it's just, yeah. I get what you're saying. I actually have a similar thing. Good.
I was gonna say, because I think like when I think I might have tried it before, and I kept moving. If when I had it on, I would like go to like hit it, and like I would like move my hero, like if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
So it was like I feel like the A that I think I might try last hitting with A
Okay.
maybe.
Sure, whatever.
Like
That works
because
for you.
I think like the having like the way I do it would like it's like so weird. Like I play so janky. Like it's like I'll stop and then try like deny if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Like so I like SA and then then hit it. Then if I try like last hitting like that, maybe I'll do better.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, if that's what works for you, it's literally whatever works best for you, and just practicing it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what was that? I was watching a video the other day, and there's like a Counter-Strike pro player who uses right click to walk forward, and I think he uses spacebar to walk backwards. And then he uses like, I think it was comma and period were sidestep or some fucking crazy shit like that. And he's a pro player. Like it literally doesn't matter what your controls are. Like as long as you practice them and you know how they work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do know I have a friend and he has some like crazy control. Like
Yeah.
it's like F1's is like item slot 1, but then like Z's is item slot 2. But then he's got like
It's cursed.
then he's got like DF is like item slot 3 and 4, and I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, I used to play the piano, so like my hands like spreads wide, and like I just do, and he's like crazy, like he's like immortal, and it's like I was like, nah, like it's
Nah,
like
I was like, nah.
like yeah, like he could I remember like he said like try it out for like a bit, like see if you can get like used to it, and like I gave like one go, and I was like, no, this is disgusting.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I mean, it is important to like try out different stuff and learn what works for you. But all
Yeah.
right, let's wrap it up here. So we'll focus on this. So the room rotations. So get there before they spawn. Okay, like 5 seconds before they spawn. That's going to teach you how long you need to walk there. That's going to teach you how much you need to prepare ahead of time. It's going to keep that clock in mind all the time. It's going to force you to look at the clock constantly. All that stuff. That's a really big one.
It's like it's really weird 'cause I know like if I'm on like the Radiant side, I need to leave at 42 to get to the like around 42 seconds to get to the ruin.
Mhm.
But then it's like it's really but like I don't know it when it's like not in the off lane, like not in the third lane, if that makes
I mean,
if that makes sense.
you can literally go into an empty map and practice it.
Yeah.
If you want the information, you can go practice it and you can research it. Because like I can't tell you the exact fucking times. I don't know. But I don't. Like and every hero has a different move speed, and then you get bonus move speed at nighttime, you know? Like there's so many different factors.
Hey, you get more speed at night?
Yeah. That happened in the last I was 7.33, I think.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah. Let me see. Where did they do that? I think it was 7.33. Let's have a look. Oh god, I don't want to read all this crap. This was such a giant patch, dude. Oh my god. Ah, here it is. All units now gain 15 movement speed during the night. Effect is doubled for heroes, but it can be broken for 5 seconds upon attacking or taking damage from player-controlled sources, similar to Tranquil Boots. Yep.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yep. It's... I don't know why, but that's what they did. I guess it's because the map's bigger or something. But yeah, you get 30 move speed at nighttime. And then it gets turned off if you take damage. So I didn't remember that. I learned something too. So that's why it's tough to be like, you have to leave at this second to get there. But even then, you could go into a bot game and you could try it. You know, oh, I'm going to put windlace on and walk. See how long it takes. I'm going to put boots on and walk. I'm going to put windlace and boots on and walk. Okay, I'm going to put windlace and boots on at nighttime and walk. Like, you could do all of that testing. I'm just lazy. I don't want to. So, anyway, okay. We'll wrap it up there. So, yeah, replays, we rotated for runes, got there ahead of time, spam heroes, and last hit practice. Those are your 3 things to work on, okay?
Okay.
All right, for sure. I'm going to call it there, but thank you for the session.
Yeah, thank you.
For sure, man. You're welcome. Have a good one.
Alright, no worries. I'll see you later.
See ya. All right. If you guys found that helpful, check out the playlist, like and subscribe, check me out on Twitch, check out my Patreon if you want to get coached by me, and I will see you in the next one.